Alew welcomes Master Knight back into chill zone.
What, my English is deteriorating. This makes no sense. 1 minute until important Sui stream. Choco suggests everyone go watch.
Mark is back on Sway birthday. Mark is Suicultist confirmed. What did Mark do with the real Mark?
I've been back a long time now. I just decided that I'll say hi today. I'm always lurking in the shadows, you know. For it is within the veil of the night that I cloak my presence with.
So Mark is always looking.
Perhaps, perhaps not. For my presence, faint as the ghastly wisp itself, cannot be detected for one who's not searching.
Which means Mark is always looking even when someone is in shower of bath. Mark unsaiso, hg baka hentai.
Alas, thou accused me of such blasphemy.
What Alew speaks of is no blasphemy. Alew has the evidence right here.
Thy evidence is only mere interpretation of this one's speech. Art thou sure that 'tis not thy scandalous mind coming into play?
You fiend. Blaming one's mind is just someone with an scandalous mind would do no good. These defense does not match with these attack.
Oh ho tilde, but the results speak for itself, my friend. What is there remotely sacrilegious about why this one had said? I merely enjoy the company of the night as it masked my presence. For this one didn't mention the act of voyeurism in the slightest, thy mind must be for blame.
Of course, thee won't mention of the acts of voyeurism that thou'st have done and saying that you merely enjoy the company of the night. That sounds like what a scandalizing thief would say. Alew's mind isn't the one doing the unjustified acts. It was thee.
You dare accuse me of a thief, friend? Pray tell, what semblance of reason does that make? I dislike strangers' presence as they frighten me. I enjoy not being seen nor detected, hidden from view.
Alew wasn't accusing thee of a thief. Alew was simply making a resemblance for one such as yourself also fits in the same category as a thief. Sneaking is such in the night cloaking oneself. Disliking strangers' presence does not matter if you go to someone you've already known. Not being detected nor seen means that you've been doing things that are suspicious, you foul thing.
Foul as thou may assume this one to be, this one can assure you that I have nothing as scandalous as thou may assume. For I pledge my innocence in front of the audience, and swear upon my name.
Your name is already tainted by the foul acts that thou'st have committed. Your name would mean nothing to the audience as you pledge for your innocence. Also, Alew is just playing around now. Alew knows Mark did no such thing.
So be it, if thou wish so. Then we settle this like real men. Duel with me and we shall see. Should I lose, thou have indeed spoken the truth, but if victory falls into this one's hand, then my innocence is proven. Thou may accuse this one of foul things, but I shan't taint the honor of my name in a duel to pledge my innocence.
Come at thee. Alew shall strike thous down. In the honor of Alew's family name, Alew shall slay this foul beast where he stands.
Finally, something I'm good at. Give me a second. Switching to third person. Since I can't write fights in first person. Mark scoffed at Alew's words, reaching for the sheath blade by his hip. The sun was slowly disappearing over the horizon, setting the world into a grim and dark world, something that gave him the advantage.
Alew closes her eyes, reaching for the hilt of her blade, sensing that the darkness was Mark's advantage. She uses her instincts to find out where Mark would be.
With a swift movement, like the breeze in a forest, the cloak man disappeared. He vanished between the buildings and objects lying around, using his small frame to gain even a fraction of advantage. Such an opponent like this, assassination was going to be difficult. Swish! In a single fluid motion, his short blade was drawn from its leather sheath, aiming for Alew's back.
Sensing the opponent coming near, Alew sidesteps quickly to attempt to dodge the strike, barely succeeding. With a shallow wound to the back, Alew speaks, "Thou'st is faster than thou seems." Alew may have underestimated you. Grabbing the hilt of her sword again, she gets ready to strike.
Right where I wanted you. The strike was parried by a blade much longer than the one Mark had drawn, another hidden blade that he kept under his cloak. Now in midair, the dagger spun, its edges glinting in the moonlight that was beginning to shine. It was going to land right on target.
Sensing the target right above her, she smirks, or so you thought. Jumping at the opponent and drawing the blade quickly, Alew slashed at the opponent, aiming for the neck.
Gone was the man when the slash connected. All that was left behind was a cloak that masked his escape. Silence remained, as if air was frozen still and even halting the flow of time.
Confused as of what just happened, Alew tries to get to ground quickly.
Suddenly, in the distance, the bell of the clock tower tolled, announcing the moment of judgment. Oh, how its sound echoed throughout the streets, filling up the empty pathway with the sound of death. From every alleyway surrounding Alew, and even further beyond, mist poured out, followed by the tapping of boots on cobblestone. There was danger at every corner, at every turn.
Frightened at the experience, Alew's hidden tail shows and Alew's senses heightened, waiting for any sense of danger that approaches Alew. Alew grabs another sword hidden behind Alew's back using Alew's tail and gets ready to defend.
Wait, fuck, where did I leave my ultimate chant book? Give me a second. I need to find it. A voice echoed, louder than life itself. Here we stand, in the capital of mist, dancing and pondering our existence underneath the judgment of the clock tower. There will be no end nor beginning as the bell keeps tolling on, but there is something awaiting you when the final bell finally cease. Quote, Hear it, every slight movement of the wind, the world, does it frighten you so? Ah, the ballad of the mist people is coming to an end, and the time of judgment has come. Please, watch carefully. Red flashed, crimson dye colored the gray street.
Alarmed, Alew puts up a defensive position.
Slowly, the sound of dripping began, pulling between the layered cobblestone. It was a cut, a very shallow cut that barely bit into Alew's neck, past her defense. A dagger rested there, prepared to end her life. It is my victory.
Alerted to the dangers of what was approaching, Alew started using one of her only skills, teleportation. In a maddened rage, Alew started teleporting everywhere without rest, looking for where the enemy has went.
Run, thou may, but the end awaits thou at the very end. The bell stopped, and everything vanished in an instant. Alew felt her movement slowed down in an instant as a paralyzing pain took over. The blade was coated in poison. As she tried to recover from the pain, something nipped off a bit of her unarmored arm, then legs, leaving cuts everywhere. No use avoiding it, no one can escape the capital. The man appeared again, using an actual sword this time. He walked towards the almost helpless foe, as slow as it got. It is my victory. Accept defeat and I shall give you this antidote. Makr said, no amount of detoxification spell is going to relieve that.
Alew takes a moment to think about the offer, only to scoff at the man. Only a person with no honor would take such an offer. Then the next moment, Alew disappears only to return with her other form. Knowing that the form will only last 15 minutes, Alew will have to finish this man quickly.
So you decide to fight, very well. He stood still, waiting for her attack.
Are you sure you want to stay still and not fight back? You won't be able to see me do anything anyways. Alew stares at the man, waiting for an answer.
You have already set foot without the mist capital. Defeat is inevitable, Makr said, unflinching to the disembodied voice. I merely have to wait.
So be it then. Alew travels at speeds that not even light can compare to in order to grab the man and teleports into space. Alew then asks the man again, are you sure you won't fight back?
Finish me, if thou wishes. The man spoke, but not through his voice. It was similar to telepathy transported directly into her mind. The outcome wouldn't change.
That was your final warning. As Alew stared at the man in disappointment, she was already gone and only a speck in the distance. The man could vaguely hear what she was saying. Oh, the Lord from above, grant me power that Alew has yet to unleash. Alew no, Alew have sinned by using this form, but Alew asks for forgiveness, for the Lord is forgiving. Standing at the edge of space, Alew quietly mumbles to herself without the man hearing the next sentence. Unleash my power, Cosmos Universal Blade. A giant glow comes from Alew, then quickly disappears. Alew then appears in front of the man before a giant wound appears at his head and torso. Stopping there, Alew then offers a prayer to the man, but still on guard, not knowing if he is truly dead or not.